Kerala is known for its rich culture, traditions and harmony, which cut across caste and religions always. Under LDF now has come to symbolize something. And if I was to describe it in 4 words, LDF now stands for lowest development, highest fraud. We have a self-anointed captain here. But that self-anointed captain has become captain of crime, corruption and callous rule. And the truth is that captain's team has also won a trophy. But this trophy, as Antony Ji was saying, this is the trophy of gold smuggling. And without taking much of your time, let me touch upon just 4 important issues, and we will send you a statement and all the facts. It's time to adjust the performance of LDF on certain key parameters over last 5 years. Firstly, India's capital of harmony has now been converted into capital of crime by LDF. Kerala always stood out as an island of peace and harmony. Now this island of peace has seen 5,98,614 crimes under the Indian Penal Code in last 4 years. And shockingly, Kerala's crime rate now under LDF is 499.7 or nearly 500, which is number 1 in India. So LDF has now pushed Kerala as the number 1 crime capital in the country. And another interesting facet I was looking at, that Kerala has now surpassed both Bihar under Vijayanji's rule. The national crime rate, if you look at, it is only 222. So our crime rate in Kerala is over 200% of the national crime rate. I also want to draw your attention to another facet of law and order. Kerala has now also become the top ranking states in India in the heinous crime of rape. We witnessed 2044 incidents of brutal rape of women every year. What's most disturbing is that in the last 4 years, 44,599 women, and that's the state's figures, have become victims of crime against women. So nearly 45,000. And what's even more disturbing is that Kerala tops the country in rape of women who are senior citizens. They are number 1 now under LDF rule. Even more appalling is the fact that the crime rate against children in Kerala is nearly 50.9, which is way higher than the national average of 31. So capital of harmony has been converted into capital of crime. The second facet I want to draw your attention is health. Unbridled maladministration and corruption in health services is pushing Kerala to the brink of ill health. This state was always a shining example of health services. But the CPM-led LDF government has pushed the state into a deep pit of ill health and unfathomable maladministration, and I'm not saying so. There are 2 reports now that are in public domain. National Health Family Survey 5 of December 2020, which is latest, and the National Health Profile 2019, which came towards the end of 2019. Most awful, once upon a time the state I come from used to be infamous for it, Haryana. But the most awful is the fact that sudden and rapid decline in Kerala's sex ratio. The NFHS Survey 5 has revealed that Kerala now has an average of 950 females for every 1,000 men in the year 2019-20. Compare this to the UDF rule and the NFHS report 4, which brought out that in the year 2015-16, we had 1,047 female births as against 1,000 males. So this was the best sex ratio in the country. It only took 5 years of LDF rule to undo it. 5 years of LDF rule has also seen an awful decline in the health of pregnant women. The percentage of 4 compulsory antenatal checks of pregnant women has declined from 90% during UDF rule to an abysmally low of 78% now. That's what is happening to the state. Not only this, the percentage of institutional deliveries in public facilities has dropped from 38% to 34%. That shows as to how systematically the health sector is crumbling. And I'd just like to draw your attention to another facet. Another abominable facet of the LDF rule is the huge rise in the number of anemic children, pregnant women and youth. The same NFHS 5 report reflects that 39.4% of Kerala's children between 6 to 40 months are anemic. In the year 2015-16, when there was a Congress-led UDF government, the percentage of pregnant anemic women was 22%, and we thought that was high. In 5 years, it has risen to 32%, 31.4%. The percentage of youth between 15 to 19 years was 14.3%, it has gone up to 27%. I know these figures are a little boring, but they are very unsettling. They reflect as to how the state's health is declining. And one more facet I want to point out before I take you further. The National Health Profile 2019 report is even more unsettling, it's more traumatic, and it points out as to how LDF government has pushed Kerala into a gulf of ill health and disease. Only last year witnessed 10 lakh cases of diarrheal disease on account of polluted water. Last 2 years, the acute serious respiratory infection saw 1,17 lakh infections. We have the highest number of chickenpox cases, nearly 66,000 in the country. Kerala tops chickenpox cases. The non-communicable disease clinics received, and do not be surprised, 48 lakh patients. That's the state of ill health here. And I want to draw your attention, he mentioned, Antony ji was very kind to mention the EMCC as also the gold smuggling. I have some new facet and information to share. So I'd like to share that with you. So the unpardonable betrayal of Kerala's fishermen. As we say in Hindi, samundar se lekar सोने से समुंदर तक सब भ्रष्टाचार है. From livelihoods of fishermen, the sea to the smuggling of gold, the entire state is mired in corruption. Under the watch of LDF government, the Kerala Shipping and Inland Navigation Corporation, we all know, they committed the unpardonable sin of snatching livelihood of our fishermen by signing an MOU with the American company EMCC International. Chief Minister first declined that there was an MOU. Then feigned ignorance about the MOU by saying, oh, I don't know about it. They may have signed it. But the truth is, LDF government was acting brazenly in contravention of two well-known policies to the Chief Minister.